Are we live?
Yes, we are live.
Okay.
That's what the count is for, Goofy.
Hi guys, this is Shoshi from Shoshi's Minis. This is my lovely husband Mike, who's
Hey,
helping
everybody.
me. As you can tell, I'm a little bit hoarse. I went to Adepticon this past weekend, and we did karaoke on Friday, and I kind of belted a song that killed my voice. So maybe Mike will do a little bit more talking for me this time. And
you had done with that before we started. Not really fair.
Yep. All right, we got Lion Night. All right. And we were working on the cloak last time, as you can see. Hello, Epion003. Thanks for joining the stream. All right, so I want to show you guys. Let's see. Well, this is not the right red. Hold on one second. Here we go. Antares Red by Scale Color. I'm going to use this to get some of those other highlights that I missed on the back of his cloak here. Hey Sarge, good to see you on the show. And
Howdy, folks.
Scoot01. I think that's how I say his name, right?
That's Cook.
Oh, S Cooked. That makes sense.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Or Sco
right.
okay.
We got a little bit of paint on the palette. And Lotus Cobra 82. Welcome back to picture of you. Yeah, I love that picture. For those of you who don't know, I posted a picture of myself and Kenny Boucher on my Facebook page. He is Next Level Painting on Twitch. And you can see I'm pulling that bead of paint all the way down my model, leaving the nice red layer on top. I've got my paper towel next to me to dab that. Alright, and then I take my watered down brush here and I blend out the edges on my This is a optional method similar to two brush blending that I call one brush blending. That is a little bit faster. Okay. So if you guys have any questions for me about what I did during Adepticon, please, if you went to Adepticon, please feel free to let me know if you got a chance to see me. I know I saw Sarge. We actually had breakfast with Sarge. That was really nice. One of my buddies from Austria came in. DeMarcus.
Yeah, Marcus.
Well, Marcus is his name. But yeah, he's in charge of the Marcus's miniatures. Let's see. Oh, my cats are jumping on the table already. think they might be okay.
I'm sure they'll be okay.
Yeah.
It's just Lynx. He's probably gonna come over and jump on me.
Oh, Saj says yay. Because I talked about him.
Any embarrassing stories from,
Embarrassing stories. Well, I took a really bad fall. That was sort of embarrassing. Something you guys I've been talking about on my Facebook page is I have this epically huge VIG swag bag, and actually I'm going to be giving that away on this channel. So you Twitch people are going to get to be part of that giveaway. It's not going to be tonight, but because I want to make sure to let all my Facebook people know about it. But you guys get to be the first to know, so you can, you know, keep an eye out to be watching. I know some of you guys already follow me, but if you don't follow me, you might want to get that alert, because it could be next week that we'll do that giveaway. That swag bag has well over several $100s worth of miniatures, books, swag. Anyway, so I was trying to carry everything. One of the things that it included, which we're going to do a separate giveaway for, was an entire board game. That it's a miniature board game, actually. And I was carrying everything in my arms, and I couldn't even see my feet, and I fell because I tripped over my own feet. Alright, how does that look so far, Mike? You good?
Good.
I think it needs a little bit of smoothing maybe over here.
So Bianca was asking about, you know, whether Adepticon's once a year or not, and it is.
It is.
But what other cons do you recommend for people that are into miniature painting?
If you are into painting specifically and not so much the gaming, I recommend ReaperCon in Texas. It's in Louisville, Texas, I believe. And it is seriously just a painting con. There's a big competition called this, it's like the Sophie, and it's an open competition, so even if you're a good painter, it's worth going to, because if you paint at a high level, you will probably get a prize, because they give prizes out for, if you paint up to a bronze level, you get a bronze. If you paint up to a silver level, you get a silver. If you paint up to a gold, you get a gold. And then they give out the category winners, which are the first, second, third. Maybe even just first, I'm not for sure. And then those who are eligible for the best in show are the ones who painted a Reaper miniature to the highest gold level. I got my very first gold at ReaperCon last year. So that is a con that is definitely interesting, in fun to go to. Other cons with both gaming and painting are Lock and Load in Seattle, and that's a War Machine Hordes Privateer Press convention. So that one's fun. And if you liked playing War Machine Hordes, it's definitely worth it. Especially the one in Seattle that's Lock and Load. Okay, let's see. I will fight for the AVP mini in the bag. That's what Charles said. Yeah, there's an AVP mini. It's like a little alien from the movie Aliens. And it's pretty cool. There's just so much stuff in there. If you want, you can go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Shoshi'sMinis, and you can watch the video where I did the unbagging. I did an unboxing / unbagging of the whole thing. Okay.
CMON Expo in Atlanta.
Oh yeah. I haven't gone to that yet, just because I think it's only like 2 or 3 days.
Ow! Lynx!
Oh, all right. Cat going after Mike. Simon, I want to go to that really bad, because I really do like Cool Mini or Nots minis. Alright, so we went with the vivid red over here. I'm doing another highlight pass. What else? Gen Con. Gen Con is pretty much, and it's like an all-for-one convention. Everything you can possibly want for a gamer, they have it. It's a little bit more crowded than some of the others. Adepticon is probably the best convention for miniatures. Nova Open, Las Vegas Open, Captain Con. I think those are some different good ones for if you like miniature painting. Alright guys, ready for this. So, I got my base highlights. It doesn't seem like they're dark enough for me. So, I bought this little palette. You can see this. It's like, I don't know, it's like 69 cents at this store called Blick Art Materials. And I got it in Schaumburg, Illinois. I'm going to put some red ink, P3 red ink, in my palette. Did Adepticon for the first time this year, says as cooked. It was a great time. Yeah, it was a great time for me too. I really, really love that con. Gen Con is total madness and hardness on the wall. Absolutely. I'm only going to go this year for one day to Gen Con. And I'm going to go and I'm going to raid the dealer hall. Oh, cat. Okay, I think he'll be okay. We'll see. Alright. I got my red ink. I'm blotting a little bit on my towel so I don't have quite so much. And you can see that this is saturating the color that I already have. It's brightening it up. Mike, can you get the cat, please? Pretty please.
Yoink.
Yoink.
Ow! Did you trim his claws?
I did. They were really long though. Okay. Sarge says, might need 2 days for the dealer hall. There's that many people in it. Yeah. Look, I think I'm only gonna really camp out at the Kingdom Death booth. That's my main goal.
Yeah, I think you could do, like, walk the dealer hall for 1 day. Or I'd say fast walk it, like, in half a day, and then hit the spots you noticed, like, the second day to make sure you see the stuff you want to see.
Moving my palette. Sorry guys. You can see what I'm doing here. Do you guys see how it's smoothing out my brush strokes too? That's the other nice thing. Oh, did we
Obsidian
get a
Crane is now following.
Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Alright. I'm gonna try to go back and forth with the ink and the paint. Alright. I want that a little bit more. It's kind of got an abrupt transition. I want it to be more blended. Let me see if I've got any black. Here we go. Flat black by scale color. Obsidian Kane says, that's what I did last year. And Serial Killer 2. Hi! It's good to see you on. I know who that is. Shusha's Minis. Hey, how are you? Glad I could finally catch one of your streams. Nice Broncos hat. Yay, Broncos for life. Yes, I'm specifically a very big Broncos fan. Mike is a adopted Broncos fan. I'm actually a Colorado native.
Premarital agreement.
Yeah, I was like, you want to tell him about that?
I don't know, because you really don't follow it.
No. I do.
So, Shoshana is a townie.
Shoshi. Yeah.
is a townie from the town we live in, and which also happens to be a university town where the University of Illinois is. And I went to school here and stuff, and I'm a pretty big University of Illinois sports fan, primarily basketball, but a little bit of football. Anyway, she hates the University of Illinois sports.
Well, it's just because I grew up here and I'm just tired of them, you know.
But I don't. You got tired of them for something that happened in 1984.
I know, the whole town went nuts for the Rose Bowl, and it's just like the whole town went
33
crazy.
years ago, she holds a grudge against this town, or this
Do not tell them how old I am. Oh my
They don't know how old you are.
Rude.
But anyway... she would actively cheer against them, against teams...
No. He is not telling the truth. I cheer for the winner.
That's not true. You do that in some sports, yes, but you cheer for the Broncos, and they didn't do very well this year. So
yeah, but I cheer. No, that doesn't count.
No,
I always cheer for the Broncos. That was part of the agreement.
You had to cheer for Illinois.
Yeah, but you can't lump the Broncos in this. All right. Anyway. Okay, now I'm gonna add some ink over here.
Anyway, she reneged.
No, I didn't. I'm lying.
I'm not lying. You don't cheer for them unless they're winning. Then you cheer for them,
yeah.
Which is not what the agreement was.
Oh.
But I definitely cheer for the Broncos even when they're losing.
Because they're awesome.
Plus, I didn't really have to change my wardrobe at all because between the Bears,
Hi, Drew Para.
Bears and Illinois, it's all orange and blue, and the Broncos are still orange and blue. So where's Fort Lupton, Colorado? Was that? I assume that's close to Denver. No.
All right, so we got our more vivid reds now. Now you can see over here. This is much darker. I'm gonna leave that for now because I want to make sure that all of this shows up and is the focus of our paint here. I do notice that his pants are kind of dull looking, so I'm gonna look for a brighter turquoise. Let's try the turquoise ink I've got by P3 turquoise ink. So this is just to show you guys how you can use inks to saturate and intensify your colors. A little bit of turquoise. The green and the turquoise, it will be a nice complement to the red, because red and green are opposites on the color wheel. Okay, I'm just gonna water down my brush again. Got mostly water in my brush. Oh, that was pretty cool looking. I'm pretty happy with that. What I'll then do after that dries. Oh, do we have a follow?
Pride 365.
Hey, thanks for the follow. I know who that is.
Are you worried about how inks tend to dry glossy?
When I fix it, it will dry a little glossy, and that's okay. But I'm gonna go back over these highlights with a desaturated turquoise, which will have a little bit of white, or maybe even something else in it. It might dry a little glossy, but when I finish it, I will hit it with a Tester's Dull Coat, and that'll unify the finish of everything. It'll kill the gloss. All right, so let's go back to my Ajani and see what colors I'm looking at for his little belt sash here. I'm not sure. Kind of making this up as I go along, but I think I want to go bronze, and then we'll go with a nut more red on these little braids here. All right, so find a good red color here. All right. I'm not sure we can be friends anymore, Charles. I know we had this discussion, and I'll make you the deal that I make other people who are not Broncos fans. And that's unless you're a Patriots fan. I will cheer for your team as long as you don't boo the Broncos. Does that sound fair? Okay, I've got this beautiful rich color here. It's called red leather. It's actually, I might even highlight a little bit over there. I'm gonna take my glasses off so I can look here. Yeah, that's pretty. Shush, cat. I've been gone a while, so my cat's pretty attention starved, so he's crying right now.
My college roommate was a Kansas City Chiefs fan. His parents had season tickets.
Okay, I'm gonna make that also bronze. I want to show you guys something here. I'm gonna, before I paint bronze, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a red background. We're gonna just hit the little raised areas with the red. Make sure it's not too thick.
Do what thou will, says hello.
Hello. Welcome to the stream.
And why is this music so familiar, Angry Redhead? Because it's the same music as every stream?
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna work on that. I'm sorry about that, guys. I have been gone, so that's my excuse.
D-Day Gaming is finally watching.
Yay, D-Day! D-Day is a fellow streamer. He is joining us via Australia. What's up, mate?
You can't do that.
I can too, because we're actually mates. Haha. And I didn't say it like you do either. Like, mate. I didn't say it like that.
Like what? How do I say it?
Nope.
You want me to demonstrate?
Nope.
Dingo.
Nope.
Have Sophia do her Crocodile Dundee / Jimmy Stewart impression.
Yeah, she sounds like Bane. Oh no, you're right. It's Jimmy Stewart.
Well, no, she's quoting some like anime or something like that, but that anime is quoting Crocodile Dundee, but it comes off sounding like Jimmy Stewart doing Crocodile Dundee.
Okay. You guys can see that. We're looking at our lovely. We need to go in there with some bronzy browns too.
Bronzy browns.
Bronzy browns.
See, that sounds Australian.
This is Brown Leather by Scale. Hey Echo, thanks for coming. Echo, it's F&M midday, you nugget. Anyway, go over to D-Day. You will have a very good time. I laugh my butt off every time I watch him stream. He is M for mature. In some ways. Yay. Okay. So one of the issues with scale 75 is that the medium separates, it all goes to the top, and you have to shake it for a while. Or else you'll have it all come out at once. And so I'm going to pull the top off and just scoop it. There we go. He got censored, Mike, in the chat. Only M. I'll have to step up my game a bit.
Jabberwock13 wants to know what got you into hordes.
Mike did. Well, technically Mike did, because when we were dating, he was playing Mech Warrior, and
no.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Let me tell the story. He was playing Mech Warrior.
I like how all these stories end up making me look worse as opposed to you. I'm not quite sure how this works.
And Mech Warrior was just one notch.
Especially it's because of the way you say it. Yeah, exactly. It's the way you say it. Mech Warrior.
Mech Warrior. I'm gonna play Mech Warrior.
I swear.
Anyway, so I was not interested in playing Mech Warrior at all. So meanwhile, they had just released War Machine, and he was like still courting me, so he was buying me. He decided like we should play this game together. It's really fun, and it's got a really low entry level compared to another famous game. Oh no, look at his face right there. Clean it up. Anyway, that game being Warhammer was a little bit high end at that time. I'm gonna use Victorian brass for my metal. Yeah, the HeroClix version. So we got into War Machine. He was playing Kador and I was playing Crix, and I was really enjoying it, playing and painting it. And
you better tell this part of the story.
Okay, he would beat my butt every single time.
That's not the part I'm talking about.
What part?
You're basing.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell that's a separate story.
Okay.
And so, hang on, I gotta take my glasses off. And so he was, he would clobber me all the time. So then Hordes came out, and it just seemed like such a much easier system. Was it resource management versus risk management?
It was risk management.
It was okay, so the risk management was way easier for me. By the way, I said this was Victorian brass, right? Okay. And I enjoyed it a lot. I played the Trollbloods. That was my first Hordes army. And then we quit for a little while because our War Machine scene kind of died, and Mark II came out. Okay, watch this, guys. I'm gonna dab the paint off here. See where it's raised? I'm just kind of, it's not dry brush exactly, but I am just hitting the tops of that bit. So it leaves some of the red at the bottom. Same thing over here. It's not, now I'm gonna go show you guys. We're not getting that brown that I want, so I'm gonna go back. I've got a brown metallic that's really pretty that we're gonna put on top of that. Okay. And the same thing over here with the quick brushing. Now, this is not the same color that was used. Oh, a follow. Is that a follow?
Ethoxys.
Who was it?
Ethoxys.
Thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it.
And Tekkanon165, I'm really glad you're enjoying this stream. He says as he thinks about his wife teasing him.
Okay.
Yeah, Mech Warrior was a fun game. It wasn't quite BattleTech. It was kind of like Splinter kind of groups or whatever. It was a fun game. Like for me, it was less complex than BattleTech, and definitely a lot simpler. So I enjoyed it. And then, yeah.
We learned that we are not the best people to play competitive games with each other as a married couple.
Especially strategy games. Any game where there's actually strategy.
And so I'm looking for that metallic brown right now, guys, so that way I can show you that. Oh, I know where it is.
Okay. Haggis Catcher is now following.
Awesome. Thank you for the follow. Black leather. Where are all my metallics? What I may do is try to add a little brown ink to my bronze over here. We'll try that and see if that makes any difference. Okay. This is golden raw umber hue airbrush ink, and I just dripped it on my brand spanking new matte, but luckily I got it off. There we go. We're gonna mix that with a little bit of that bronze that I had there. I'll show you a little bit of ink. Ooh, that's pretty. Yep. Want it a little bit more metallic. Yep, that's exactly what I wanted. And where's my reference? So pretty, the browns. We're gonna go in here. This is where the creases are. It looks like it needs a little bit more brown ink. Ooh, sorry guys. There we go. Technical difficulties. Getting the edges here. I'll go back and add a gold shine to that after the fact. Oh no, I'm not gonna say that, Echo. Don't repeat what Echo says, by the way. It's a very vulgar thing.
Huh?
No, nope, don't. Mech Warrior, the RPGE. Let's see. Looks great. Thanks for stopping in, Sard. Appreciate it. Okay. I'm resisting the urge to clean up mistakes while I'm going, but sometimes I can't. There we go. Pretty. Tekkanan 165, I really appreciate that you enjoy the stream as well. And good morning, Jan. January Vision is our streamer. I guess he's Irish, streaming from Korea. So you get all kinds of fun with him when you watch him. I definitely recommend going over there. Follow Jan. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition. There we go. Ooh. You got a follow?
Lulia is hosting.
Oh my gosh, thanks so much for the host. I really, really appreciate that. And I just realized that, oh.
Canuck Vapor is following.
Thank you for the follow. Remember guys, if you're following me, I'm going to be giving away the VIG swag bag. Yeah, next Probably next week we'll see about giving it away. It's this humongous swag bag that I got from Adepticon.
Huge.
Somebody's falling?
No, I said it's huge.
Oh yeah, it is huge. We're gonna be giving away some
huge
epic
Big
loot from it. Okay, one more thing over here. I kind of like that. There we go.
Lulia says this looks so amazing.
Thank you. As narrated by Mike, lovely husband Mike.
I will add interpretive inflections to all text messages that I read.
All right.
It was huge.
Yeah, I want to look over here. I think this needs to be turquoise, but I like how this has the light blue. So I need the right color.
Huge.
That looks pretty cool. Stop.
I'm just reading the chat.
Oh. All right. Obsidian.
You tell me to interact more with the chat,
yeah,
so that's
no,
what I'm doing.
I mean, no. Okay, you're just gonna get them all riled up, though. Yeah, Sailor Jeff, 1993. We had the box opening on my Facebook page. So if you're interested in seeing all the epic loots that we're gonna be giving away, you can go ahead and head over to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Shoshi's Minis.
I'm trying to find the video and I'll post it.
Oh yeah, you can post a video. Ooh, that's pretty. That's not quite the same color turquoise, so I'm gonna add a little bit of that so we got a little bit more darkness here.
It's a 22-minute video, so people shouldn't watch it right now.
No, don't watch it now. Let me get some. We're gonna
Epion, she does not think I'm picking on her.
I know when he's picking on me.
Yeah, she knows when I'm picking on her.
And he knows not to.
Yeah, that is a dangerous game, my friends. Do not play the insult game with Sushi. She will crush you and make you cry.
And I can add a little bit more ivory if I want to hit.
Micho says they're glad to catch your stream.
I actually met Micho at Adepticon.
Nice.
And he is an amazing streamer as well. I've actually not yet caught his stream, but he's just such a nice person. I'm sure that he's a lovely person to watch. Heard many good things about him.
So, every time you're painting a miniature's pants, I can't help but think of 40-year-old virgin when he's
I'm painting
miniatures.
the pants blue.
Why'd you do the accent? He doesn't have an accent. It's Steve Carell.
So what is the chat saying right now? Do what thou will. Oh, really?
You should look right after the link that I posted.
Ha ha ha. Oh, I know, right? Proto Maker, she can be tough with the comebacks. Oh. Are you talking to yourself? I don't get that.
Darn it! It was the test.
I finally got it.
So what kind of paint mixer do you mean, Obsidian Crane? Like,
paint mixer. I just shake them real good, and then if I can't get the medium to mix well with it, I'll just pull the top off and just scoop it out with the end of my brush, not the bristles, because you don't want paint going into the ferrule of this, because then it'll spread and you won't have a good brush anymore. It'll become your favorite new dry brush. Obsidian Crane also says, Mike, you should put on your maker skills to use making a paint mixer. Yeah, that's what he's talking about. Although I have a paint mixer already, it's actually a fishing knife that has the blade cut off. And it's an electric fishing knife. It's pretty cool. Okay. I feel like this robe needs one more like orangey highlight, like a really bright orangey highlight, or maybe a yellow. What we'll do is we'll maybe go up and then come down. So we'll use a yellow Let me try this one. My joke. Everyone is here. Let's party. Okay, we've got Soul Yellow by scale. And I'm hoping that the medium, it's not been opened, so maybe the medium won't be all at the top. My paint mixer is 2 airsoft BBs in the pot. Oh, that's a good idea. Are airsoft BBs plastic?
Normal ones are.
Okay, so that would work. You gotta be careful not to put metal BBs in your scale 75 because they can rust. Yeah, I think I need something. Just a little something extra for these. Alright, let's try this. We're just gonna hit the very top of this. I'm gonna go back over it with the red. It might not work. It's not opaque enough. So I'll go and find an orange instead. If I can. A lot of these oranges are really, it looks like a lot of these scale 75 oranges. Here we go. Tiamat orange. Isn't that trademarked?
Tiamat?
Yeah.
Show it to me. Show it one more time. It might work because it's paint.
Okay.
Trademark and copyright law is kind of funny like that.
Micho says, have I spilled any paint on the stream yet? Have I?
Not a significant amount. You
No.
definitely like splatter or stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I will eventually. It will happen. I think it helps that the scale 75 are very thick. They're very thick. Okay. I'll move this out of the way. Okay. There we go. Pop. I'm making this highlight very small.
I feel like we need to put like a counter up, like number of days since a paint spill.
Oh yeah.
So to be infinite right now, because, well, I guess on stream. So, yeah, number of streams without painting or a paint spill.
Do you guys see how I'm using my brush? I'm not actually painting, like, I'm going tap, 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 tap. And it kind of blends it. And the art term for that is chiaroscuro. It's Italian. Tap, 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 tap. Skizix, do you spray or paint any preservative on your finished minis? Yes, I tend to use Tester's dull coat for my minis. Although I was talking to some other mini painters and they swear by the AK Interactive. But I can't find it. I don't know where to find that. So that's something that I'm not going to be getting until I find it. But I want to try it. Alright. We gotta hardly put any orange on this, just on the tops of things that I want to go ping. A lot of paint in my brush right there, so I'm gonna be careful.
Booyah wants to know what the person behind you's doing.
Oh, that is my lovely husband, Mike.
Heyo.
Come here and wave in the camera.
Hold on
You
a
can see
sec.
your beautiful face.
My beautiful face.
He's my tech guy and my moderator. I mean, my husband. He is moderating the chat, as well as flipping the camera angles for you guys. Macho says, hey, you Mike, and so does
Yeah.
Booyah.
You've actually gotten a lot better. I don't have to do as much switching as I used to.
Oh, that's...
It helps with the position of the camera now that you can see what is in shot.
Oh, good.
Yes, Mike is indeed a great name, but it is very common.
Yeah.
Worst experience or most populous Mike experience, or whatever you want to call it, was a place I worked when I was in college. There were 15 people that worked there, and there were 7 Mikes of the 15 people. So almost half of the place was named Mike, and everybody had a nickname. And I'm over 6 feet tall, and mine was Little Mike.
Wow.
Big Mike was like 6.5 feet tall, and had another like 50 pounds on me.
Oh my goodness. I don't think I knew that story.
Yep. We had drill rig Mike, engineer Mike, environmental engineer Mike, drumline Mike. I feel like I'm forgetting some too. But yeah, it was a lot of Mikes.
Skizix wants me to paint the Phoenix next, and I think that's a great idea. I found a gal on Instagram, and I'll be linking that once I start painting my Phoenix, because I asked her if I could copy the way she did the feathers on her Phoenix. They're very pretty and rainbowy, but kind of dark and scary too. And she said, of course. Just so you know, this is my personal lion night, and I tend to be more painterly, which means I'm not as fussed about perfection with my own stuff. We say finished, not perfect. Finished, not perfect. All right, I'm really happy with that. I don't even know. Maybe I'll just damp down a little bit over here just to kick that up a little bit. Ooh, I like that. See how that goes over the orange that's underneath it, and it makes it a super bright red. Look at that, guys. You can see it's a little brushy here, so we'll clean that up with a darker red here. That's okay. Happy little cape.
Thanks, Bob.
I know. BF Giant 40K says his nickname, he's 6'5", and his work name was Tiny. That's awesome. Oh, that was you, Skizix? Oh my gosh. Oh, and he's a dude. I'm so sorry. You know what's funny about that is that when I went on Twitch for the first time, everybody assumed I was a dude. So now here I am assuming that you were a girl, and I'm sorry. Because I know how annoying that is to be misgendered and stuff.
There's now Bob Ross emoticons in the chat.
Nice.
I'm just happy they got the reference.
That's a Kappa Bob Ross. Do you know about the Kappa, Mike?
No.
I think he's the creator of Twitch, like Justin TV. Might be the original Justin guy. Somebody who is associated.
Up to 30 viewers. I think that might be the most simultaneous viewers you've ever had.
I really appreciate you guys. I hope that we're making this fun for you to enjoyable for you to watch.
I know I'm entertained.
I'm entertained. We need a different gold. Give me 1 second here. It's bugging me. This is more of a brassy, or like a bronzy, and we need it more of a this is more brassy, that's more bronzy. We're gonna find the right one here. Alright. I think Oro Inano. Oro Inano. Jabberwock, it's fantastic. Oh, it doesn't mean JK? I didn't realize that. What's that from?
Gladiator. You didn't know that that's from Gladiator?
I did not. Did you just...
Yes, I just loaded that up.
Oh my gosh. Alright. Everyone thinks that you're a dude in different groups. Yeah, that's Pride 365. I always knew you weren't. Alright. That's a better bronze. Oro Imano. That might not be the right color though, because since I just now opened that, we'll try it. Yeah, it's a little better.
So we gotta decide whether we're gonna get the digital or Blu-ray version of Rogue One. We have the Blu-ray of Force Awakens, but I don't know. I think it's this week actually. The Blu-ray comes out.
Okay. I think you're more opinionated about that than me.
Well, I also watch movies repeatedly, unlike you.
Yes.
Especially Star Wars movies, where I look for every single possible clue and such, Easter egg, whatever you want to call it.
All right.
Now put some gold on this pretty little belt.
My God.
You know what? I respect women. I love women. I respect them so much that I completely stay away from them.
40-year-old virgin. All right.
I imagine your silver pants blue.
Get some Rover.
All right. My husband is trolling me a little bit.
I'm not trolling you. You're laughing, so it's not really trolling. Wait, look at me. Yeah, you're not mad.
No, I'm not mad. Yeah. I told you, he knows. He knows when I'm mad. All right. We had this, the lighter blue, but I think I'm gonna do some detail work here. I'm gonna mix a little bit of this turquoise with my ink so I can get the right color. I want it thinned out. Alright. It's supposed to be a little bit more blue. Oh, thank you so much, Wooderman213. I appreciate it. Alright. There's these little zigzags and stuff. I don't know. If I'll be able to save or not. Why are you laughing?
The comment thread on YouTube for that clip from 40-Year-Old Virgin is hilarious.
Oh no.
I am a miniature painter and I find this scene really offensive. My imaginary girlfriend also agrees.
That's good. That's pretty cool. Alright. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but I just darkened the sash. One thing I'm always going for is lights next to darks, next to lights, next to darks. So even though I have that dark now, I don't like it. So I'm going to go ahead back with my ivory. And I think I'm going to play with it and see if I can get it a different color. I'm basically wet blending up. That's better.
Do you thin your inks when you use them, and if so, with what?
I do, with water. And sometimes with paint. kind of depends on what's going on. Alright. Cat hair.
Did you go back and watch the Flick stream painting the Zachary in a cat outfit?
I need to. I really want to see that.
What is that? Like some streamer like dressed up as a cat painting something? I don't understand.
Flickster is another streamer who I enjoy watching, and he's from England, so that he doesn't get to watch my stream live usually. They currently have him dressing up like he's got cat ears. He's painting a Catman miniature, and they're making a miniature of him in a cat suit, like cat version of him. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that. I don't like that, but I'm gonna get in here and smooth this out a little bit. It's pretty rough. Mike is messing with me.
I'm not messing with you.
A little bit.
So Gluya apparently just stumbled across your stream and finds it so hypnotizing that she said that she wanted to go to bed like 40 minutes ago but can't now.
Aww, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. That's a big compliment. Okay. Mike, stop.
Stop what?
He's rubbing his socks against the bottom of his chair and it's like really irritating.
I can't hear that, so.
I can hear it. Alright. That's better. It's still not as contrasty as I want, but I want to leave it alone while it dries because it's not going to do what I want while it's wet. Now, with that ivory again, we're going to hit little dings on this fabric here. And again, I'm tapping. Tap.
So Shoshi usually streams at 8 p.m. Central Time, aka Chicago time, as I like to call it, because here for people to know, on Wednesdays. Pretty consistent about that, but we're trying to figure out a way for her to stream when I'm at work during the day, because she paints pretty much all day.
I would like to stream Mondays and Fridays in the mornings.
Yeah.
So that way some of the Europeans can catch us, and some of the later night Australians. I guess some of my Aussie friends are able to watch. There's a big cyclone going on right now in Queensland. And so some of them are home from work, which I'm not happy about, but I'm happy about. Chuck a sickie. Not quite. Chuck a cyclone. There. Okay. It's not quite the color I want, so I'm going to try a little white. This is Game Color Dead White. Now the ivory that I used before had that green tone in it I told you about. So I'm actually not gonna do straight up. I mixed my dead tone, or that ivory, with, because that white is a warm white, so I want to just make that lighter. Okay. Tappity tap. D-Day, yeah, that cyclone. Me auntie is sandbagging her house up at the moment so they don't flood. Yeah, that's not fun. I hope that she's okay and that she doesn't need the sandbags. There, you guys see that? Just on the edges. See how that really gives you some contrast? Boom. It's still, I'm looking at it. I think that sash in the middle needs to be quite a bit lighter.
You look like a blueberry.
What's that? Oops, guys, sorry. My hat.
Did you already answer whether you use a wet palette or just thin paints down?
I use both. I have both this tray and I have a wet palette. So I use them both for different reasons. Obviously, I'm using a lot more of the dry palette right now, but these little wells, they keep the paint dry for a long time. Trying to blend this a little bit more. It seems like it's kind of... There we go. Fixing a little bit of my mistakes. Trouble with streaming is that I can't get it up close to my face all the time. Alright, now we're gonna go here.
Most things in here don't react too well to bullets.
No, I don't like those, Mike. They're dumb.
Skijits is not following.
Oh, thank you so much for the follow.
So why would you choose between a wet or dry palette?
Why would I choose?
And Dirthu just gave $13. Love your work. All the pics on Facebook and streaming are great inspiration.
Oh, thank you so much. That was awesome. Thank you for your support.
I mean, how do you choose between a wet or dry palette?
How do I choose?
Or do you ever switch back and
I
forth?
switch back and forth quite a bit, but I also, for the stream, I like to have a wet palette, and the reason why is because you don't want to have to risk your paints drying up in the middle of it. It's just a bigger hassle. For, like, you know, when I'm just in the studio on my own, it doesn't matter as much because I can take my time. And I guess, you know, if it depends on if I want to do more glazing work, I'll probably use a wet palette. Pretty happy with that. I think it's not quite what I wanted, but we'll go back to it because I can always change it. Again, it's a little bit still too, wet for me to mess with. Okay, so now I'm looking for, I had this kind of khaki color over here. This is gold, that's not what I want. I'll find it. Paint dries in seconds when you use a wet palette at home. Is that, where are you from? Are you in Australia? I know that, like, it gets really hard sometimes. Yeah, you might try using a little bit of slow dry. It really helps. Good night, Guaya. Or Gluya. Good night. Disadvantages to using a wet palette. Maybe, oh yeah, so one of the disadvantages is that sometimes your paint will like seep through a little bit and you'll just have like kind of a blob of paint, or you know, sometimes it'll still dry because your paint, your water evaporates too much. I think you just need to use whatever you're most comfortable with. Okay, I'm just going up against... This isn't the khaki that I originally used, so I need to find that. I think it's this one. Oh, goodness, what was that? Is that you?
I have no idea.
Mike.
I'm sorry, I found a movie clips website after the Are You Not Entertained? So I'm trying to find stuff that you would find amusing.
This one. I think this is the paint that I use. Yep. Takes hours at 90 Fahrenheit temps. Yeah. Okay, this is the good Iroko khaki that I was using. I clean up some of that hair back here. Get a nice big solid base coat here. Okay. Here goes Mike. Stop. Okay, now I want to use... We're going to go with Ajani's hair. See how he's got the khaki here? And then it transitions up into that white. So I want... I'm wet blending on wet on wet. Oh.
Charles Fox 9999 gave $5. I was going to say something witty, but my mind went blank.
Thank you so much for the support.
May the force be with you.
Oh yeah, that's you can keep that one. You can keep that one. We're big Star Wars fans here. Okay, see how I'm touching my finger to my finger in order to keep my brush control, and I'm just going, I'm doing this kind of motion, dragging my brush over the tops. Okay. Now he's gonna look like Ajani. Look at that. We'll use more white, and we'll do it again. And this time it's gonna be on the edges and that top right here. And that needs to dry. All right. How much scale color do you have now, Shosh? I have everything but one of the alchemy sets, and I also need the intensity, and I would love to have like the powdered pigments. I don't have those either. Star Trek is better. I don't know. I like Star Trek too. I'm just more of a Star Wars fan. Okay. It is. I really want to paint this brown, this dark brown. I'm gonna look for that metallic brown that I had. Here it is. It is called Charred Brown. It's by, I think this is it. Yeah, this is a metallic brown by Game Color. Here's what I'm gonna do. You can't see the reflection of the metallic too much in it, but it's a really rich chocolatey metallic. And we're gonna go over his metal armor over here. Oh, is that? Hang on one second, guys. Is it metallic? It's supposed to be.
My eyes are getting better.
It might not be.
Dark where I see a big light.
So I'm just gonna use it anyway, and we'll go over it with the gold later.
I'm really glad you're painting this model for us and not for somebody else, because it looks more and more awesome every time you paint it.
Thank you. What color should I make his claws? Should I make them silver to contrast with his gold hands?
I don't know.
No, I'm asking you. What do you guys think? We'll crowdsource it. There's some lore about the Lion Knight that he's kind of crazy.
Silver and steel have both been suggested.
Silver and steel?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's a good idea. That's kind of what I'm leaning toward also, so.
It was two separate suggestions.
We can go with that. Well, see what I've got here as far as metallics. Alright, so I've got my base coat of brown. You're probably wondering, why are you base coating brown with, or brown for your gold, Shoshi? And it's because in the recesses, there's no reflections in gold, so you wouldn't actually have, you'd have the darkness instead. So that's what we're painting that in first, and then we're going to brush over that with the gold. Oh. Is that a follow?
Husky's our boss is now following.
Aw, thank you so much for the follow. Husky's our boss. I'm guessing he has a dog that is a husky.
Never seen art like what before? Husky's our boss.
Let's see. I think
Bone was the other suggestion.
What was it?
Bone.
Bone. Yeah, I was thinking bone also. I don't know.
Maicho said rainbow, but I don't think
rainbow.
that fits.
I think bone is bone or silver because it'll contrast better. If we do bone, it'll be nice because it'll kind of match his hair, and we'll be able to reintegrate his hair in there.
Do not look behind the curtain.
Okay. Alright, that's drying. Let's look back here. You like that? I'm gonna go in here and paint some little shadows. Okay, that's enough. Did they tell you to
Somebody
do that?
said they wanted to see who's reading the comments.
Okay.
Silver Streak 10's now following.
I'm just going back here again with my brown and in a watered down brown I'm using to just kind of fill up some of these recesses. Now I might get a little bit of tide marks with this, but I'll go back in and clean it up. If you want to avoid the tide marks, what you'll do... Oh, he's got a little bit of red in his hair, doesn't he? Let's try that. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay, give me some remotes, guys, if you're having fun. If you like this stream, I want to see some. Maybe they're falling asleep. I don't know. That's why I want to know. Oh yeah. There we go.
The remote.
Oh, that's pretty. I'm really happy with that. Look at that. I think it needs it back over here again too. Just a little bit. Nice. Here we go. Okay. We're gonna give it just a tiny bit of highlight on his arm. Wrong colors. What happened?
That looks like a Jesus emote.
Oh, let me see. That's great. I like prides. Rocking out. Nice. Those are good. Thank you, guys. Oops, blip. Alright, let's go back to the front. Is that drying? Good. We're gonna go in with our gold. And I'm mostly hitting highlights. You guys see that? How I highlight the brown with the gold, and it really works. Again, this is speed painted. If I was painting this as a commission, I would be much more ticky and meticulous, but this is for myself and it's on stream, so you're getting the kind of the fast version. But it's also nice because this way you can see that it's not so intimidating. You know, you can make a model look really awesome just by using some tricks. And you don't need to like be, you know, have it pro painted like eBay style. Alright, he's looking really cool and mechanical looking. I definitely want to make his claws a different color. Do you see how I'm going up against the armor so that that dark patch is catching. Right?
Why, you stuck up,
What?
half-witted,
Mike.
scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Who's
Oh,
scruffy
no.
looking?
Alright. That's okay. I'm not quite... I think all the golds are a little bit different, so it's bugging me. I think... I'm gonna go over this again. Did you guys see that? Did you see that?
See what?
Okay, so I painted... the thing is base coated gold. I went over it with brown, and then I wick off the top. Boom. See that? That's quick style. Quick style. Alright. Let's go with some silver for his clothes. Okay. Ooh, look at that. That would be pretty. Let's try that. It's sort of a turquoisey metal. And then we'll go over silver over that. I wish I had the money to commission you if this is your quick work. Yeah. Thank you.
They're starting a campaign for bone instead of silver.
Bone? Okay, okay. Wait. Are you sure? Alright, man. Alright, we'll go bone. That'll be okay. I think it'll look okay. We can always change it if we like it.
Bone, 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 bone.
Alright. I'm starting with the ochre here. I see how I did that. We're just going on the dark side.
Look at the bones!
No. I don't know if I like these emotes, Mike.
Okay.
If you guys like his little sound effects, go ahead and say so in the chat. If you don't, then we'll know. Okay. We are gonna go in here with the lighter color bone. That.
At least one vote for that thinking they're funny.
Okay.
Do what thou will says in all caps that he loves my sounds.
Okay. I see how you guys are.
I think they like this dynamic. That's all I'm saying.
I think they like you. I got so many compliments on Mike while I was at Adepticon. They're like, I really like Mike in the stream.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Alright, I'm not so sure, guys. Well, hang on. We're still not done.
What if you did it more like claws instead of bones? Because it's Lion Knight, right?
I'm trying. I need what I'm gonna do is let that dry. We'll come back to it. We're gonna give it more contrast by, like you said, making it more like dark near the ends. Oh, we gotta paint this side too. Yep. Why don't you, D-Day's not streaming right now, right?
Who?
D-Day?
I don't know.
I think he's watching. Go see if he's streaming. And if he is, go ahead and host him. Don't forget, guys, come watch me next week on Wednesday. We're going to be giving away that VIG swag bag. It's so full of loot. You know, it's going to cost me a boatload in shipping, but you will love it. And we're also going to be giving away a board game. It's going to be pretty cool too. It's a miniatures board game.
D-Day is not streaming.
Okay, go ahead and see if you can find somebody that I'm following that's streaming.
Sec.
Let's use a little bit more white. I like that. You guys made a good choice. It goes really well with his hair too. What do you think, Mike?
Hey, what?
Do you like him with the white claws?
It definitely adds a different sort of, like, I think if it was metal, it'd be like, shink or snicked, I'm ready to fight.
Well, that's
but
what
with the bone, it's more like, you know, come at me. Like I'm
apart,
ready.
yeah.
No, I'm like ready for you to come at me.
Okay, I've got a little bit of brown ink in here. I'm gonna attempt mix a little bit of ochre, a little bit of this ink.
I don't think anybody you're following is streaming at the moment.
Alright. We're gonna go over here. Everybody, I want to thank you so much for joining us. Catch us next week. Let your friends know about the stream. And we'll go ahead and sign off. Thanks so much. I'm going to keep painting until you go.